Comrades, come cycle with us across Yugoslavia, Romania, and the USSR.
Comrades, our USSR adventure began with 6 days planning and exploration of Moscow in March 1989. Sponsored by the Soviet Peace Committee and Soviet Travels for Peace and Environment, we developed our itinerary and were able to see some sights on our own in Moscow. On the road again, follow the numbers on the map. Number 1, on the first, we April Fools flew to Yugoslavia and continued our bicycle tour at the spot where we had stopped for winter. Our route there took us through Bosnia and Serbia during very tense times. Number 2, Romania was another powder keg waiting to blow up. Our intended route took us through the little sliver of Bulgaria. Disallowed, we hired a van to drive north to enter Romania, then a train to Bucharest. Romania was a third world country, very poor. Lights out at 10 p.m. Food was in short supply. Soldiers with fixed bayonets patrolled the streets. Oh, comrades, number 3, a clandestine entry into the USSR on April 21st, 1989. A railroad trestle, idling train, Soviet General and Sasha from Soviet Travels greeted us into the Soviet Republic of Moldova. Our guide team met us, and our USSR bike ride began on April 22nd. Number 4 on the map, Ukraine, our second republic. Cycling through Ukraine in May for 9 days, we stopped illegally in the closed city of Kerch. Number 5, a down coast ride of 6 days along the Black Sea to Sochi in the Russian Republic. Number 6, 7 days in the Republic of Georgia, the breadbasket and wine region of the USSR. An organized protest of the deaths of 40 college students and teachers was the beginning of the end of the USSR. Map number 7, Azerbaijan, a short ride to Baku. Number 8, a ferry ride across the Caspian Sea, and we entered our first stand, the Republic of Turkmenistan, and the beginning of the desert. Map number 9, a 6-day ride as we rolled into Uzbekistan, Ashgabat, Bukhara, and Samarkand, wonderful early Islamic cities. Our journey was cut short in Tashkent. An Uzbek uprising and the killing of 50 Turkish settlers ended our cycling. My wife, cycling partner Victoria, flew home, and I continued in the car with Dima and Sergei. Interesting, on your map 10, 11, and 12, the boys, Dima, Sergei, and I explored and drove through Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan to my adjusted plan at the border of China.
Having all my requests to cycle the USSR greeted with "Niet," I had given up on the idea of riding there until we encountered a USSR-USA peace walk in Philadelphia on the U.S. leg of our trip in 1988. Re-inspired, I took another run at the Soviet state-owned travel company Intourist. This time when they said "Niet," I objected. More letters and calls, even attempts to contact President Gorbachev. Then out of the blue, a call. "This is Mikhail. I can help with your trip possible. You will send $9,900 will include all costs while in Soviet Union." I trustingly did it. Mikhail went to work on the plan, and we started packing.
Crazy driver.
Mikhail asked if I would attend a peace committee meeting. He said it would be good for Soviet travels. I agreed. The room was imposing. Here, huge circular table grouping, more than 30 members, each with a microphone. Mikhail turned to a guy and said, "This man, Maxim, he is your translating. He is KGB officer." Again, a blue-eyed blonde shook my hand and said, "How do you do, Mr. Patterson?" without a hint of an accent. "Your English language is very good. Did you learn in the USA?" He seemed to have a slight Midwestern accent. He chuckled. "No, I have not visited America. I studied the English language here in university at Moscow." The chairperson called the meeting to order. Maxim said they would like to ask a few questions. Would that be okay? Sure, typical questions. Where did you come from? Which state in America? How long will your trip take? Why are you doing this? My answer to that was to meet the peoples of the world and see the places of the world. Then a woman asked, how much does this trip cost? My answer was a bit sarcastic, but true. Here in the USSR, more than any other country. She quickly queried, how do you get so much money for this trip? My answer seemed to cause a stir in the group. Hard work and prudent investment. As the murmurs grew, Mikhail whispered to me, they are not understanding this. We have not investment in more than 70 years in USSR. The woman thanked me. The chairperson added his thanks. I shook hands with KGB agent Maxim, and Mikhail, still chuckling softly, led me from the room, and thanks to you, Mr. Patson, that was great. Michael Harshon was a Renaissance man. Born in the USSR, he grew up in the sameness of those Soviet years and began searching for opportunities at an early age. As the Communist Party began to lose its grip on society, Michael found ways to navigate the system. He knew how to get things done. His love of sport, whitewater rafting, provided the impetus for the formation of Soviet Travels for Peace and Environment. Michael's bold, forward thinking allowed he and many of his friends to travel outside the USSR when for most it was impossible. Michael had a great laugh and loved all things fun in life. Michael invited us to dinner in the hotel ballroom. It was huge, and the sound of a Beatles cover band echoed. He and Sasha jumped up and began dancing a crazy dance and laughing with joy. He turned suddenly and pulled Victoria onto the floor. The three of them continued to dance until the song ended. Then his laugh filled the great hall.
Of course it's great, because you know, it's not so easily for Soviets to be invited in this country and to visit this country. During many years, propaganda in both countries tried to convince us that we are different in all things, in all points. But here we can see that not so much difference between Americans and Russians, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, India people, and so on. We're all human beings, and you know, we're all real people here. And our souls, our requests are very close to each other. It's very interesting and very important for everybody to see it.